Alright, so good morning, guys. I'm going to take you back to 2 days ago. I'm not supposed to upload a morning motivation workout video, whatever. Really not motivation because I don't show working out. I just give you a rundown what I'm doing. So, my nephew went outside to play basketball. I let my dog out. I noticed one shadow go by, and a few minutes later I see another shadow go by, and then I seen a shadow go that way, but I didn't see another shadow go that way. So I was like, huh. Went outside, my nephew's sitting on the swing, and I'm like, and he's looking at me. He's like, "You got the dog?" And I'm like, "No." So I go hiking in the woods. I go all over the place looking for it, Scout, you got anything to say about this? No? Okay, of course not. Should I do a podcast? So you can howl the whole time and whine? No? Oh, okay, sure. So, don't have the dog. Hike into the woods. Search for him for about an hour. Can't find him. I go down to the cemetery, which I usually walk in the mornings, and once a day I take him down there, because at one point I was walking 3 times a day. Now I'm only doing it in the morning and evening. He's just walking around the blade, like a trick, just walking the blade. I'm like, boy. Well, I wasn't making a vlog today because I was kind of having a rough day. Found out Buddy died, but now my dog got loose. Now, Scout, let's go. Look at him. He's just out here doing whatever he wants. Badass dog. Look, he over there like, oh, I didn't do nothing. Yeah, little badass. Yeah. Should kick your ass, dude. Oh, what, you out of breath? You need a break? How about me? Prick. Now we're going to get into my morning exercise. It's 8:30 now. I go off work at 6:30. This is my walk home, my morning exercise. I got good. No, those kidney stones did not pass either. The other night I was on my floor hollering and screaming, crying like a baby. Still not passed. I don't know. This ain't even the most intense part. This is like 6%. It goes up to 8%. Good little walk after you get done working 8 hours, Alright guys, so therefore like the other day I was talking about like where I was struggling and like I just felt like overwhelmed and like a sense of depression coming over me. And I really couldn't sense what it was. Like I told you, there's a lot of people who always like hit me up with their problems, which is fine. Please talk to me about your problems because I will sit there and listen and just talk to me because there's been times where friends called and either I was just being a dick or I was caught up in my own life and next day they died. Next day they and I'm grateful for people that reach out to me and talk to me, but at the same time I'm like, damn dude, I really can't talk to nobody. And then again, it's really nobody's business or whatever, and everyone got their own shit, so I try not to burden people. But yeah, I felt like this overwhelming sense of like just like fucking, not sadness, it was like I was just depleted, right? I was like, damn dude, like everything's going good in life right now and I just feel like shit, like, and it's not like I'm more down. Besides the kidney stones, they still didn't pass, but we're going to talk about that too. And for some reason someone was like on my mind. They're not a person of social media. They never been a person of social media. They're someone that's always like, since I met them in 2007, never used social media, MySpace, nothing. And there's an individual that like when I walked into his house, he had all these books, and he didn't seem like much of a reader. And he just told me, he said, anytime you can pick up something, whether it's a Febreze can, a water bottle, Tootsie Roll, whatever, what's this? Tootsie Roll back, just a back of a game, a back of a VHS. He said, pick it up and read it, explore your imagination and also extend your mind, So like ever since then, I'd read everything I could get my hands on, and I always thank him for that. Even though I'm not that good at reading, my educational level of reading is pretty low, but whatever. But I met him, and for some reason he was on my mind, and I couldn't get in touch with him. And it's been years since we talked. Last time we talked, he got me pretty good, and that kind of really fucked up our friendship. But I said, hey, whatever, money's money, and sometimes people surprise you, but I'm still thankful for the things I learned from him, and just, I don't know, he was just on my mind, and somehow I ended up getting in touch with his father. And he's like, yeah, he's, and I was like, damn. And apparently it happened a few years ago, and I was like, fuck, it just really fucked with me, because our friendship, it was greater than what it was. Like, yeah, it was over money, yeah, it was over product, it was, just one of those situations, and, he got me for, a significant amount of money back then, like 3 G's, It is what it is. That's my fault for putting it in his hands or whatever, I'm sorry, I'm getting more text messages now from other people, and they're stressed out. I'm like, fuck. This is my thing, I think this is another reason, because, I rarely have a moment to myself. Then when I do, or, I tried to do a video with Shaki, I got my dog crying. I came home, walked all the way home, little tired, a little exhausted, but I just wanted to sit down and eat. Now he's crying, and I know he's hungry, and he already had food, but it's like, alright, so I just started up eating and give him whatever, because he is my baby, and just sometimes I just a fucking minute by my fucking self, so I can think and just process everything and just be at peace. And then if I shut my phone off, people are like, why's your phone off? I'm trying to get in touch. It's like, I didn't go through this much shit when I was ripping and running. It seems like the closer you get to having clarity and peace in your life, the more hectic or chaotic things become. So anyways, yeah, my buddy, I was just thinking about him, and I found out he passed away, and that kind of sucked, because I was doing dirt, whatever. He got me, whatever. He ended up skipping town, and I don't know, he was just on my mind. I want to talk to him, and hey, listen, man, fuck that money. And, just because our friendship, and I know the person that he is without that shit in his system, and not, with the girl he had and everything. And don't get me wrong, he did it, but I'm sure she had influence. I'm sure the people had influence. I'm sure that had influence, and it's just, it's just sucks that I haven't talked to him since then, and now he's dead, and now I can't talk to him, right? Because money. Because we were both participating, and I figured, and then I got fucked, and then I was like, well, when I see you, I'm gonna, and then we haven't, and then, he skipped town, and I ended up skipping shortly after. And now I'm sitting here, and I'm like, damn, dude, things are going good, but, there's so many things I want to do, and there's so many, I have so many options right now, right? I have priorities to fill that I gotta go back down south and do. It's been a little bit over a year. People being patient with me, which I appreciate. but I stayed here because I thought an individual was pregnant, so I thought I was doing the right thing. And then, like, through that, me staying, me and my family got closer, which is great. And now it's like every time with this car, there's car trouble. And now I'm almost out of car trouble, and I have more opportunities down in a few other states, more of where I want to go. But it's like, damn, now that I have this, do I want to walk away from this? You know? And it's just like having options but no direction, and that can be difficult, you know, when you gotta like make up your mind and figure out things. Yeah, so sorry about that, but like I was saying, man, it's just like difficult when you have so many like options and they're actually doable now. Like I've always had these options, but the last year kind of been a big fucking hiccup, and it's just been fucking shit, honestly. But yet everything happens for a reason, so I think there's a reason why I'm here and why I'm still here, and I just feel like I'm stuck, even like I don't want to be here, but I just gotta like get these ducks in a row and make sure everything's good and start planning on what I'm doing, which I just got in touch with somebody. Well, they got in touch with me. They knew what I used to do before, so I got something in the movement as of a few days ago. And I reached out to a few other people to where they got some shit, and basically I'm gonna be, the money's gonna start rolling in again the way it used to, on a different level, you know, and that's good. I just needed to get some capital and get that going, and it's just going to take some time, but I'm going to show you guys. It's just a nice little thing. It's something I've been wanting to do for the last 6 years. I almost came close to it when I was down south. Me and this individual was working together. He had great knowledge. He knew what he was talking about. He basically put me on the game of how we're going to do everything. We went to go sign a lease for a storefront, and then this old lady came in, and I was like, yo, like, what's going on? And he's like, all right, listen, this is the thing. And he was only with her for like a few months, and I was like, listen, homie, me and you doing business, me and you getting this, and me and you gonna be doing, what is she gonna be doing? He's like, well, she's gonna put in some money, and then we're gonna split things 3 ways. And I was like, listen, brother, if that's the case, I've seen you guys at flea markets, I just ran into you guys at auctions, I see the way she moves, I don't want nothing to do with it. I ain't here to be anybody's bitch boy, and you know, and he's like, well, you know, like I was like, yeah, you did run a lot down to me, I learned a lot from you, but this is the thing, I'm not getting in bed with you and her because you and her ain't gonna work out, and the way she bosses you around, she ain't gonna boss me around. Me and you, we're gonna run this business with me and you, and if she wants to sit on the sideline, she can sit on the fucking sideline, but she's not gonna have no say in what me and you are doing, and so therefore I just dipped out. And they never went forward with it, which I thought was like, I was like, why didn't you go forward with it? Why didn't, if she has the capital and she knows what she's doing to, and she knows the business of what you're trying to pursue and you're trying to jump into, and she has knowledge of it, why aren't she doing it, you know? And why aren't you guys doing it? So that kind of just discouraged me, and I was like, so I just went on moving, but within the next 2 weeks, maybe sooner, we're going to get into that, but you know, that's just a little sneak peek about, you know, just how fast things can just flip and start progressing and get better. But with that, like I said, dude, man, I still feel depleted, I feel drained, I feel wore out, and then I still got people texting. It's like, I don't want to cut people out of it, or like just shut people down and like, listen, dude, like, fucked up, I need time by myself, but just like the candle burning at both ends, right? I'm the candle burning at both ends that's burnt the fuck out. Like, I just can't, I don't have the mental capacity, you know? And it's gonna be a nice little struggle these next few weeks, but it's gonna get done, and things are you're gonna see what's going on, and then I'm trying to figure out what Shocky's trying to do. And then I got a friend, Becky, she about to come on and do some stuff, so that's cool. That way you guys get different, because my whole thing was I want you guys to get different perspectives and perceptions of how people look at the world and their, like, you know, their knowledge on it, and their experiences and where they plan to go and what their moves are. And also see that, hey, just because people are your friends, they're not always going to agree with you, and just because, I think I'm being transparent, he thinks I'm being see-through, because, just because we both have an understanding of something, sometimes it has two different definitions, right? So therefore we both have two different outlooks on it. And yeah, so this whole thing with the fucking options but no direction, it's like, I really don't know what the fuck I'm doing, but I'm going to go with this business plan I got, put it in order. Hopefully my nephew follows suit. No pressure, but I'm gonna make this shit happen, and then hopefully within the next year from now, from today, it'll allow me to get back down to my priorities, my commitments, and also get around to see everything else I need to do. And then from there, I'm gonna start finding the direction of where I'm going, and what's next to come. But right now, I'm gonna get the storefront and do that and enjoy the time with my dog and try to be as good as a friend as I can and try to be understanding and try to make time for everybody. But dude, sometimes I just lay in my bed just staring at the fucking ceiling like, fuck, and yet I still get up and I go out, I exercise, I try to stay busy, because if not, this shit will consume you and fucking eat you alive, man. Anyways, have a good day. This is just an insight of me getting off work, Pauhana, and yeah, thank you.